Welcome, everyone. I'm excited to be here. I want to share with you some ways that you can promote yourself. I know I get asked this all the time. How can I promote myself? How can I promote my shop more? So I'm going to give you 10 ways that you can promote yourself or promote your shop or your product, whatever it is and whatever level you're at. I help people with all the different levels. If you don't have a shop and you don't have a product, I can help you. If you already have a shop but you're lacking the traffic, I can help you. So it just depends. And I also have a podcast that I help people who already have a shop of handmade goods to be able to be featured on my podcast and to be able to get more visibility. So that's my mission. So anyway, so we're going to get into 10 tips of how to help you promote yourself, your shop, or your product, wherever stage you're at. And so number one is email marketing. And by the way, I'm Karen S. Itin, and I am a mentor coach for people who make handcrafted items and would like to start a business around it, or they would just like to get onto one marketplace and to be able to sell their goods. And I help them with that process. So that's what I do. And anyway, so number one is email marketing. So email marketing is an awesome way to promote your shop or yourself. And the way that you want to do it is, you have so many different social media platforms that you could post on, right? So what you want to do is you want to start an email, kind of a template email, in Word or in Google Docs, and you want to make a compelling email, not real long. You want to kind of, when you write your email, you don't want it to be one big paragraph. You want to break things up as you go, some nice small paragraphs, maybe a medium-sized email, and you want to write a compelling story about yourself or your product or your store. So whatever it is, the stage that you're at, and write about this, and make it interesting, make it exciting, and just write about what it is you're doing nowadays. And then you want to start off with your friends and family. And I know a lot of people say, oh, I don't want to start with that circle, and I'm kind of the same way too. But, those are the people that will promote you and push and share your information more than anybody else that doesn't know you. So that way you can get some leads coming back to you easier. So you'll want to start with them, make a nice email that you could start, emailing some of these people, and then any other people that you have with emails that you already have their emails. Maybe they're kind of an acquaintance of yours. Shoot them an email. Let them know what you're doing nowadays and that you're trying to promote, a new business or a new product. And you would like, their help. And if they know anyone that would be interested in what you have to offer, could they send, it along to them as well, and to share your story, your product, or to share your email. And then you could also later on, when you're really up and going as a business, to be able to do some email marketing that is automated. And this is a wonderful way that you don't have to keep creating emails every day or, making different emails. So you could also think about this, and my program kind of hits on it a little bit about email marketing and to make it automated for your business. So then number two is Facebook groups. So Facebook groups are a wonderful way for you to get yourself out there, to start talking to people, to start posting your name around, to start sharing good content with other people, and to start conversing socially online. So you'll want to do this. You'll want to, write different comments on some of these groups. When you're in the group, you want to write different comments and share different content so people get to know you. And then they're more likely to go and to read your profile and to find out what else you do. And you won't even have to tell them. They'll just, once you start writing really valuable content, they'll start to contact you and they'll start to follow you around. So then Another thing about Facebook is when you're doing this and you have a Facebook page, if it's a personal page, you'll want to kind of clean it up a little bit. You know, the pictures and whatever it is you post, you want it to start to be more professional. So you'll want to have some written content there that looks and is more professional. And if you already have a business page on Facebook, you'll want to make that really professional as well, and the content and photos that you have on there. And you can really start to clean it up so you look more like the professional. And this way people will reach out to you. And so, really take a look at what you have to offer. And if you already have a shop, you'll want to post like maybe in your header, like you put a picture up there on your header. Try to get your link to your shop on that header, or somewhere up there where people go to the very first part of your page, that top portion. Try to get your link in that header. That would be really great. And then number 3 is you'll want to post on Instagram. And whatever you make and sell, post to Instagram. Let people know what you have to offer. Let them see your awesome work. Don't keep it a secret. Let them see what you have. So I'm going to give you a couple examples here on ways you can promote yourself with not being real salesy or real pushy about what it is you have. So for one example, if you make and sell pot holders, maybe that's your niche, maybe that's what you make. So you'll want to, maybe there's some products that you could purchase or that you have around the house that you use when you're cooking that you really love. You are 100% invested in this product because you love the way that it works. So you could share photos and content about how you love to use this product and what this product is, all about, and then have your pot holders, a picture of your pot holders there with the actual maybe utensil or something like that, and post these, and then people will see the pot holders in the background also, and they'll be like, hey, well, who made those beautiful pot holders? I'd like to have some, and this is the way that you can push your product without being really pushy about it. And this is a great example. And the other example is if you make and sell jewelry. So if you make and sell jewelry, you could also start talking about maybe a jewelry cleaner that you really like and have your earrings there and have a photo of the jewelry cleaner and with a little rag and the jewelry that you make and a photo of that, and then the content you would write about the jewelry cleaner. I really love this new jewelry cleaner that I found, and tell about how it works, how long you have to let it sit on the jewelry and then before you clean it off, different things about the jewelry cleaner, and then they'll see your jewelry there and they'll be like, well, whose beautiful earrings are those? Who made those earrings? And then in your comments, you could also write in there the link to your shop if you already have one, or you could write in there, private message me if you like the earrings and you would like to know more about them or something like that. So this is a good way that you could, push it. Or if you're doing the jewelry, you could also, have a little video of yourself about wearing some of the different jewelry with different outfits and showing how you put your jewelry together with different outfits, different types of outfits, how it can be dressed up or it could be dressed down. These are great ways to get attention and to get some interaction with you and your video. So you could maybe do that. So number 4, you want to write comments on other people's posts. So if there's, this includes, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, all of the social media platforms. If people are writing something that kind of pertains to or could pertain to what it is you sell, make, or do, you could write a comment in there and just kind of, something of value, of course, and then people will start to say, hey, I like the content that she's sharing, so I'm going to start following her around a little bit and see what she's all about, and then they'll start to go and to check out your profile and to start to follow you. So this is a great way to get more people follow you. And then number 5, you want to find some blogs that you can post comments on. So you could probably even Google, different blogs that pertain to your type of niche, whatever it is you're into. If you're sewing, if you're jewelry making, pottery, weaver, whatever it is that you're doing, handcrafted or woodwork or whatever, art, whatever, creative writing. I mean, there's just so much creativeness that you do with your hands. So if you would like to, go to these different blogs, find different blogs that pertain sort of to your niche of what you're doing, where you could go in there and post different things about, what their topics are or whatever, and add a little bit of value to these blogs. It would also get people interested in what you do and what you're doing, because you have good content. So now they're going to follow you and find out more about what your product or service is. So this is a good way to get your name out there too. And then number 6, you can use Twitter and post content on Twitter. It's easy, simple, and just write articles about, helpful tips that pertain to your product or service. And then number 7, you can also use LinkedIn to write, post your own content, about your product or service, or also write your comments on other people's posts. This makes you seem more friendly, more engaging. People will be more apt to engage with you if you're not just a lurker. You go to these different platforms and you just watch and view everything instead of getting invested and getting any interaction going. Then people will probably be like, well, she's so, not talking to anybody, so I don't think I should even reach out to her. So get out there, reach out to people, interact with people, make yourself more friendly, and have the door open for other people to come to you and to talk to you and to interact with you. Sometimes we get this feeling when people may be busy or whatever else, but we get a feeling about people that, well, they wouldn't want to talk to me, or they wouldn't have anything to say to me, or give me any advice or whatever, but maybe they will. Maybe people's arms are wide open. You don't know. So, if you have your arms wide open, I'm sure you're going to reflect other people that have their arms wide open. So it's just the way that it works. So you can try some of these things. And also TikTok. TikTok is fun. Excuse me. You just post pictures about your product, or, you actually in service doing something where it can, give a message about your service. Excuse me. Or your shop. You can post different photos of, the link to your shop. You can post photos of different products that are in your shop, or you holding the product, or whatever the case may be, but make them fun. Make some fun, short little, photos about, what it is you do. And then number 9 is, it seems old-fashioned, but, it's really the heart to what it is you do, kind of. And it is to promote yourself locally. And we're also caught up in social media, We just, that's the first place we go. We want to post something, we want to write something, we run straight to social media. But I can tell you, as being a business owner for 25 years, I did a lot of footwork on my business to make it successful. And I did a lot of, creating ads. Excuse me. Creating ads and post them on different bulletin boards and things, or just a little card. Excuse me. I have bad allergies and I go so long, and then it's like, here they come. So anyway, you can, make any kind of a little ad. You can even just post your business card. A lot of times I would leave my business card everywhere. We'd go out to eat. We would go shopping. I'd meet a new person. Anything. I would constantly give my business card. I always had a stack of them in my purse, and I was, shuffling them out all the time. And I posted and left my business card almost everywhere I went. And I made flyers up if I had something coming up, like a special, like I would hem 5 pairs of pants and you'd get the 6th one free, hemmed free, different things to keep people knowing that I'm still doing it, for one, and to know where to find me and how to contact me, and to get your name out there, to let people know what you have. If you sit back and don't promote yourself, people won't know what you're doing. People won't come and ask you, oh, so what are you doing nowadays? So you have to let people know. You have to be very communicatable. You know what I mean? You have to communicate with people what it is you want, what it is you're doing, what it is you hope for, and all of this. So people know, and they will be more apt to, to reach out to you. So then number 10 is videos. So you want to make videos about your product or service, and you can post these on all the different social media platforms. YouTube is big right now. You could post on YouTube. I started a little collection on YouTube of videos, and you could do that. But you could post these, all over social media, and to really get your name out there. They don't have to be real long. Like some of mine are pretty long. The algorithm loves long videos, but if you just made a little short snippet of a little video, even these are very helpful to get your name out there and to get you on the algorithm so it is working for you. So I know there's a lot of artists and creatives that want to create and expect customers to find them. That's not the case anymore. That used to be the case. Word of mouth was my business. Everybody would come to me, different churches. A couple people from a church would come. The whole congregation would start coming. So word of mouth was huge back then. And if you have a good product and service, it works really well for you. But a lot of times, word of mouth isn't enough. And if you're just getting started, word of mouth can be very slow on people coming in. So you want to get out there and to really share your content everywhere, wherever you can. So you have to be seen, and you have to be heard and listened to, and you have to get out of your comfort zone. I know it's hard. I couldn't believe that I would even do a video, or even think of doing a video. When I first hired my business coach, I was like, oh my gosh, am I really going to have to do that, And now it's just like, so what, I mean, if you really think about it, 100 years from now, nobody will even know me, you know what I mean? If you think about it, you really think about life. Life is so short. 100 years from now, nobody will even know who I am. So what does it matter if you make a fool of yourself, or you try something that fails, or you don't try at all? It's so what? Just get out there and try your best, and just to see what can happen for you. Just do it, just get out there and do it. Just like I did. I was so afraid. There's been so many things in my life that I've been afraid about. I've always, I think my parents were a little bit overprotective of me, and it seems like that's kind of instilled in me. And so now I'm protective of myself. And so I was afraid to fly. I was afraid to, go on long distance trips. I was afraid to travel on the train. I took the train back and forth to Harrington College all by myself. Every week I'd have to go back and forth on the train by myself. It's like no big deal. You try some of these things, and then after you do it, you're like, wow, that wasn't such a big deal anyway. More than anything, you're probably afraid that what other people are going to think of you. Who's going to review my video? Who's going to, watch my stuff, and then what are they going to think of me? So what they think of you? You're trying. You know what I mean? You're pushing yourself, and you're trying to do something for yourself, to make a living for yourself. So, there's nobody going to, knock you for that. I mean, everybody has to start somewhere. And some of my first videos, they're bad. And I'm not the greatest, but I know I get out there and I just keep trying. I just keep trying to make them better and better. And you can do the same thing too. If I can do it, I know you can do it. And I'll hold your hand all the way through, and get you to where you can promote yourself well, so you have your income coming in. And that's what's important. So anyway, let's see what else I have here. So you cannot post on the marketplaces and expect people will find you. And and not do any promoting. You just can't sit there and have a really wonderful product and not promote yourself at all. That's old school. People are not going to find you, and they're not going to come to you, and you're not going to make a living off of it. If you're not out there pushing and hustling, you're not going to make a good living. So you want to get out there, push and hustle, and make a good living at what you're doing and what you love. It should be something you love to get up to do. You love to get up and do. You're excited about making the product that you make. You're excited to be on your Etsy account or your Poshmark or on social media posting stuff about yourself and your product. It should be something that you really have a strong desire to do and you really love it. I love helping creative. I love artists. I love being an artist myself. I love being able to help people who write, creative people who love to write. I love writing. So it's just, if you love it, it doesn't seem like a job. Like, this seems like fun to me. It doesn't seem like a job, even though I'm on here because I love to help people. I love to reach out to people and to help and to bring people into my circle and say, what is it you need help with? Sit down, let me help you. Where do we need to start? Let's start here and start to break things apart and really put a plan together to help you to get to where you need to go. That's what I like to do. So like on Fridays, what I like to do when I'm not so busy working on my house, but Fridays I really like to get dressed up, and I like to go on foot, and I like to go to different areas in our community and to promote myself, to promote who I can help. And I want to be able to help people, so I go and I do that. So you'll have to take time out. Being a business person and also being a creative crafter, you spend so much time creating your craft. And then you stop and think, well, my crafts are not selling. How am I going to get my crafts to sell? But you don't push to promote yourself. You have to take a time slot out of your weekly day, one of your days of the week, and really push yourself. Push yourself to promote yourself, push yourself to make content, to make videos, to write content, to take photos, all these different things, to walk on foot, to go to different places that have bulletin boards like churches and grocery stores and sewing shops and different artist gallery places, all these different places, and really start to push yourself to do these things. And then don't forget to do a follow-up. Like, I just went out, let's see, I think it was 2 weeks ago, might have been about 2.5 weeks ago, I went out and I promoted myself all over town. I went out downtown and promoted all the different galleries, all the different places that I thought would be interested in my podcast and what I do. So I went out and I talked to a lot of these different business owners and people. And now I have to go back and go out again and do a follow-up. You never want to not do your follow-up. So follow-up is very important because you may leave money on the table if you don't follow up. So some of these people that I went to some of their galleries and some of their crafty shops that they already are handcrafting things and have a business established. So I went and talked to some of these people. And you'll have to go back and talk to these people. These people are very busy. And a lot of these people are old school. They're like, I'm not online. I'm afraid to get online. I won't know how to run my, social media account. I won't know what to post. I won't know how to keep up with it. So they're old school and they do everything by word of mouth and they wait for traffic to come in the door. But if they were also online and to be able to get that traffic as well to come to them, it could be a lot of income for them. So I'm trying to get some of them to think about things outside of what they normally do to be able to create traffic and revenue for themselves. So I have to go and do my follow-up as well. So you always want to do a follow-up, especially even if you're a coach or you're some sort of a business owner or you have products that you sell or you try to sell and you've reached out all year long to these people and you didn't get any response. You reached out to them one time and you didn't reach out to them again. Now's the time before the year's up or the first thing in the new year. Reach out to them people again and say, hey, I've reached out to you a few months ago. I'd like to know, if you are interested in what I have to offer. I have this, and this product new or this service is new, but go back and follow up, because you may be leaving money on the table if you don't follow up. So I think that's all I have today. Let's see here in my notes. So so really that's all I have for you today. And then next week I'd like to do a video that will be more about my particular program. So I have 3 different programs that I'm running right now. Number 1, the Business Building Block Starter Plan, is about opening a Etsy account. So it helps and it guides you to get on one platform for starters. So it helps walk you through that process, and it also helps to research, like, for your name, what name you're going to use, and really choose a name that pertains to your product so it can pull up in the search engine. And there's a certain way to do it so you know that you're going to pull up. And that process goes all the way through. We research and we do a whole bunch of stuff about your particular business and opening your online shop. And so that's the Business Building Block Starter Plan, and we will get into more detail about it next week. And then number 2 is my other program is Business Building Block Premium Plan, and it is actually more about people who are already maybe have a shop, or people who want to have a shop online and they want to have multiple shops. They want to have multiple marketplaces, and they're ready to turn their business, their products and service or whatever into an actual business. So we go through the tax ID, register with the state, all these different things, how to dress well for business, how to gain confidence to be a business owner. All of these strategies, how to attract attention, how to attract your ideal clients, and all these different things to form your business. So that's my Business Building Block Premium Plan. And then number 3, I'm just starting a Business Building Block Tailoring Plan, because my background was in tailoring, and there are a few people that have been following me and are interested in the tailoring field. So if you're one of those people, I'd be happy to talk to you on a Zoom call and to be able to see where you're at with that, and to be able to help you to get started in tailoring. And the tailoring plan is more about a hands-on Zoom call where I show you the techniques to use in your tailoring business, how to do the actual task, and how to promote your business as being a business owner in tailoring, and how to get people in your door if you're working from home. So I can help you with that. So that's a wonderful service I raise my family on, and it's a great way for people who want to work from home and want to be able to work as much as they want, so you can kind of take your weeks and only take in so much. And if you learn just the basics of tailoring, you can do a lot of hemming for a lot of people, and you could still have a business with just doing the simple things in tailoring to earn income. And it is a cash, income based business, so it's a wonderful way for moms who want to work from home. Maybe they have children and they can kind of work around the child's schedule, or have a nanny there part of the day where they have their shop open maybe 2 or 3 hours in the morning, and then people come in and they do all the fittings, and then they can work on the clothing and different things while they have their doors locked and their doors closed, and then they open and let the people know when they can pick up. So it's so versatile. Having a tailor shop in your home is so workable. I mean, you can set your schedule up, and just work it the way you need to work it. That's one thing that's nice about it. So anyways, and then I will be in January offering a little mini course. It'll be on Zoom, so I'll send you in your email a link to Zoom, and we'll all get on there together, and we're going to be doing an actual workshop, a little mini workshop So I just have to plan out how long it's going to be and exactly what content we're going to cover. But I think the idea is for people who already maybe have soft products that they sell, and they may need a logo or a design to put on there. And I'm going to try to walk them through, this process of being able to have a logo that they could have digitized eventually on their soft products. So it makes them look more professional. They will stand out in the crowd and really sell some goods. So that's really all I have today. So if you would like to be on my podcast, I take people who are already in business or are already making income from their handcrafted wares. They're making products. These are the people I'd like to interview. And so you can go to send me an email, and then I send you the paperwork that you need to fill out, the questionnaire. You don't have to be on the podcast. I just feature you. So I just need to know about your business. So I ask you some questions, and you send it back to me, the questions and answers. And then this is what I present on the podcast. So you can email me at talent2profits60@yahoo.com, and I will also put it in the link below, so you can email me there. If you'd like to go and watch, I have a freebie on my website. You can go to KarenItinFashionAdvising.com, and it's four products that sell well on Etsy. So you can go there and claim that. And you can also go to powerfultalents.com, and you can watch my free webinar. And just reach out to me if you would like to, get involved and to be able to create and to build a business of your own. It's so exciting, and I'd love to walk you through it. I'd love to help you in any way I can. So that's all I have, and I look forward to talking to you again next week. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.